So from the current slide here, so today you can see the background is purple color. And what have we learned from raising our kids? Okay, so this is my topic today, and I really hope you can share with more people, right? And then you actually know that you can come in and then type in the comments or what have you learned from your children, so you can all share with many people all over the world, as this live will actually fruit to many people, right? So let's do this. Okay, doesn't matter. So okay, second slide is here. Okay, actually I have prepared 10 things that I learned from raising my super smart kids. Okay, so I'm sure in your house have a very smart kid as well, or they think they're very smart. So I think this is a very interesting topic, you know, that what are the things that you actually learn, or you can learn, right? For example, your child is still young, but actually you do learn a lot of other things, not only technical things, but you know, some little things that we do every day that you feel that, hey, I'm actually growing. Okay, so for people like me, I love to learn things, okay, and I feel that young people are the best person to ask for things and be answered, because they're so willing to teach you. Okay, so this is why I'm so happy that I can share what my thoughts are, and then you yourself go and discover what else that you know you can actually share with other people or your children, what they can actually learn, right? You also can go and ask your children, hey, can you teach me this and that? So this is why I actually do this live, because I know it's important you get connected with your child, and sometimes you run out of topics. Okay, and being in touch with your children is so important, and being able to even to ask them for certain things, you know, ask them for questions, ask them for this and that, is also a type of connection. And I really want to encourage everybody to do this daily, okay, like 10 minutes of a time, 20 minutes of a time. So I'll give you some ideas, okay, what I have learned from my kids, so that you also can do the same, and then see whether your children also can teach you the same thing, or able to give you the connection and the creativity and the fabulous things that we can give you. All right, so I'm going to talk about a little bit about myself. Okay, I'll try it again now. Okay, so here. Okay, I'm a tactical parenting strategist. Okay, so my name is Jasline, and I was a professional before. I was a chartered accountant. I was juggling work and family when my children are growing up. Okay, so I really feel as a parent, you know, you have so many things to do every day, and actually I feel that there is always a better way, right? As a tactical parenting strategist, now I know there are better shortcuts, okay, for you to get to where you want to go, right? So that's why I call myself tactical parenting strategist. And what I do is I motivate parents that they are the beacon of light for their child, and they're a key factor for the child to unleash potential. Okay, and my mission is to help parents to find a way to become happy parents to happy kids or happy children, right? And I give parents and their children the direction and strategies so that they can reach their goals much shorter cut, and then you know, without all the pains that I have gone through. Okay, so this is my transformation of parents and children. Okay, from a happy frustrated parents to happy kids, right? In this picture you can see very clearly. And for children, one thing I noticed that some of them they want to learn, okay, but they have some limiting beliefs of themselves, and they do not have the confidence, and then they cannot be happy directed learners. But I can transform them. Okay, so this is what I do as a parenting strategist, right? So can you please also follow me on my Facebook? Okay, you just type Jasline Loves page. It's a red color. I'm wearing red. You can just follow me, like my page. And I'm also on YouTube. So right now I have about more than 100 over videos, okay, or whether it's parenting, motivating, you know, I hope you can really come and like, share, and subscribe to my videos, right? And I'm also an international speaker. So I've been asked to speak at events internationally, and such as this Thrive 2021. Actually, I spoke alongside with Nick, okay, and then he's really a fantastic motivational speaker, and I'm so glad to be on the same stage as him. I also speak on the webinars such as hosted by Mr. Atul, all the way from India, and we actually teach parents to be able to cope with the children during the pandemic. Okay, that was last year, right? So this is how I became a motivational speaker. And for me, I have a holistic approach to child's academics. Okay, and parents and child, actually I do coaching with them. So I use my own system called the ROLE system framework, and I feel that, you know, it's important to bring out the child's confidence and ability. So there will be a lot of syllabus that I've done for my children right now, my students, and they have proven the results. Okay, I'm also a parenting coach. Okay, so I do parenting classes. This is my 10 times your child's performance in 200 class back in November, right? And I also have giveaways later to only 5 parents. Okay, so and I also have tickets to an online parenting conference that is worth $499. So stay tuned to the end of my slide. Okay, so right now, okay, this. Okay, present slide. Okay, so what do we actually learn at the end of the life, right? So you may ask me, what do I learn? Okay, so at the end of life, you will actually learn that what valuable lessons we have learned from our children, and you can think of your own ones. Okay, and for me, I also have another great thing like what I told you. Why don't you also use my methods, and also you can talk to your child and connect with the child and improve relationship. Okay, sometimes we run out of topics, but after looking at my life, there are more things in your head. How come what Jasline has done with the children, what the children has done to them, and this is all the topics that we can talk about. Okay, so it's a connection, short one every single day, right? It will help you in so much between you and your child. Okay, and number 2, it is so wonderful to have kids, right? And you can feel the gratitude, after you have gone through my life, you feel that, wow, actually, we not only teach them, deliver stuff to them, but actually they also are our life coach in a certain way. Okay, so appreciating them, having gratitude is so important, especially in our lives where we're so busy and we feel that so many things going on, right? So having them with us every night, I feel is a blessing already. So I also hope that you have this blessing and gratitude heart. Okay, so next, to me, what I showed in this picture is that I want to have a fulfilled life. As a parent, we have children to raise, but what kind of parent do you want to be, right? How do you want to live your life as a parent, right? Or you want to be a relaxed parent, or you want to be a parent that really can drink up for coffee, and then during when the child is growing up. Okay, so it's very important that we know what we want, right? So in a lot of my talks, I always talk about, it's always you need a plan, right? If you fail to plan, means you're actually planning to fail already. So parenthood is the same thing. Every day, or what you want to achieve in the short term or long term, right? You need to have proper planning, right? And also start to ask, number 1, why we need to reflect this topic? Sometimes you ask, why I choose this topic? So number 1, I want to really enforce that the reminder that we parent and child is a two-way learning process, and we all want to be a better version of ourselves. Okay, so why I say this is so important is that we also want to be better, right? And our children, of course, they are so limited in their experiences. We want them to be better as well. So that's why there's a relationship between us. We are also there to guide and help them, and they are supposed to help us to be a better version of ourselves. So this is what is so important. Number 1, okay, reminder, okay, that we are also learning from them, and we want to be better, right? So let's see what is the first thing. Okay, so the first thing that is be better in all aspects. Okay, so I will stop to share this screen. I want to talk to everybody. What do you mean by better in all aspects? Okay, because as we are parents, we are actually leading our children, right? So we are thinking, how can we portray ourselves every single day? And then that's where you improve every single day as well. So whether you feel that, actually I'm a bit timid, I'm fearful, but I say, in front of my children, I cannot be fearful, right? Or maybe you're actually a very disorganized person, but in front of children, you have to look tidy as well, so you quickly do certain things. So number 1 thing I feel as a parent is that what we learned is during the parenting is that you start to be better. Okay, that is the wanting to be better. It's very, very important that we learn, because we are raising kids, right? So we want kids to be a certain way. We don't want them to have our weaknesses. So that's why we will do our best to be better and better. All right, so this is number 1. Okay, I'm going to do this like a slideshow. Okay, so I want to do this better. All right. So in terms of role modeling, right, we want to be better in our attitudes as well. Sometimes when we approach certain things, whether these are new challenges, do we keep whining about it, complain about it, or we say, okay, let's go and do it? So it becomes our attitude will change because our children is watching us. So this is why I say we want to be, they will actually force us to be better, right? Habits is one thing that I want to talk about, because we do have certain habits. Like, okay, I heard of my parent that she's been struggling with her children waking up to a certain time. So when I try to probe further and further, I find that she has a habit, that she didn't realize. Okay, so when I do this kind of courses, I also discover yourself, why you're a certain way, and then how you can break through, right? So for her, she actually didn't realize that she herself was not an early riser as well. So if you're not an early riser, or you take a long time to wake up and then do yourself, brush yourself, or brush your teeth, and then you find that, how come my children are also dragging their feet? So actually you have the answer, right? You have to change your habits. Okay, so we talk about attitude, we talk about habits, right? And there's another thing that we can talk about is actually language, the way that we speak. Okay, sometimes we may speak in a very harsh manner to our spouse, but we know our children are actually looking at us as well. So we also need to be a bit more polite. We cannot be maybe when your children don't have children, you'll be having screaming on top of your voice, but we see our children actually around you. When you speak to a spouse, speak to people, you're even like strangers, you find that you are actually be more mindful. Okay, so that's why I say number one is be better in all aspects already. Okay, so this is so interesting, right? So in terms of better means character, in terms of language, in terms of habits, and it's really very, very important, right? Okay, so and next one, I will just show you just one screen, is that patience. So the second thing is patience, right? So I'm going to tell you stories about my son, right? Okay, my son, actually, for people who do not know me, actually I became very, very patient. Okay, after I discovered that my son has this impulsive behavior. So it's all due to brain neurons, and then there is this term called oppositional compulsive disorder. Okay, so means he sometimes will do things that maybe he speak fast and he will anger you, or he will accidentally just hurt somebody in school. But he's very, very honest about it. But we know that there's something different between him and other children. So he taught me to be very patient with him, because it's true that when I go to talks and everything, it's true that when children have this kind of behavior disorder, right, they actually have very short-term memory of what actually happened. So I have to be very patient with him, ask him to recall, what actually happened to you when you actually hit him or whatever, because he did not deliberately forget, but because he couldn't recall at the moment whether he beat him first or what happened to him, so he couldn't remember. So it's even happening right now, so it's important that we stay calm and patient, because I must admit, when he's very young and he has this behavior, I didn't really know what's the problem. We thought it was naughty behavior, so I tend to use a lot of punishments. Okay, but slowly realized that punishments, as I deal with a lot of psychologists as counselors, is more like punishments will not be able to help him to teach him things. So I start to be more patient with him, talk to him, ask him to self-reflect, and that will be better in terms of reflexing all the muscles in his brain, so that he can do a better job, better judgment the next time. So, and also in terms of learning, okay, because he is a learner that he doesn't like to learn, he's not patient, and he's fast learner, but he doesn't like to sit there and do stuff, and it's very, very difficult for me to. I can be teaching him from morning, and ask him to do something, and then he will just say, "Oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this." Does that sound very familiar? But of course, I'm a tactical parenting strategist. I know the pains of you parents out there, and I have known methods, proven strategies that I can get them to get working. Maybe the effort is lesser, right now for you to get him to action, right? So this is important to me. Being patient helps you a lot to dealing with difficult children. So I know that parents here, there could be parents that have some problems, dealing with maybe angry kids, or kids that have a very like sudden character, that you find that you actually need to slow down and be patient with them, right? Okay, and the next item will be number 3. IT related stuff. Okay, IT related stuff actually means that, example, okay, for me, there was, I think I posting, I don't know whether anybody has actually seen. Actually, I actually asked the question, hey, what is this calculator, right? So it was a calculator that my daughter showed me. She just went to JC1 this year, which is year 5. And then she showed me, and I was very curious, because like importantly is that you need to connect with your child, right? So I said, hey, I've never seen this kind of calculator before. And of course it costs a bomb, okay? It costs $175 Sing dollars. And then she was talking to her, she tell me, explained how it works, okay? And then tell me, oh, it's supposed to press something, some equations, and oh, the graph come up, okay? And it's able to even solve simultaneous equations. Isn't it fantastic? Because the conversation goes further, in terms of, hey, what have we been studying? Simultaneous equations since primary school, secondary school, and now when you go to JC, you have a gadget to solve it. Okay, so of course I told her the important point is that yes, a lot of technology is changing. You don't need a lot of manual work right now, but it's important. That what you learned, is important as a basic foundation, and then you can do this, right? So this is one way that the children teach you about IT stuff. And also my daughter taught me about Canva. It is so powerful. My few sessions with her, it became like I know how to do my posters better, like this live poster, I feel it's important that we talk to youngsters, and then get as much, learnings from them on those IT stuff, okay? So for me, I learned YouTube stuff from my son, okay? Because my son loves to watch YouTube. And then because I'm a YouTuber as well, so he will also tell me, hey, what is the trending, what should you do? And I feel that it's so much of an interaction and it's very valuable feedback. And I think it's important we get connected to our children in terms of new IT stuff, right? So important. Okay. And next, what is the next item? Apps, one of the things that, the children knows is apps, like study apps, time management apps, like Forest, there's an app called Forest. You actually can, whenever you are productive, you're setting time to do work, you actually plan something. So it's a very interesting idea. Even notes, you can note taking also there's app as well. So take time to talk to your youngsters. They may be curious, what is going on in their lives, what kind of gadgets or what kind of IT stuff that is existing right now, right? And let's see what about the next one. Okay, right now is, okay, the 5th one is wake up early. Okay, wake up early. I feel that what I learned from my children is that from Monday to Saturday, they will have activities in the morning. Okay, so right now I actually wake up at 5:50 in the morning. Okay, because my son needs to travel all the way from east all the way to Hwa Chong Institution. So it's a very, very long way. So I learned to wake up early. So of course I need to sleep early. So these are habits that, sometimes you need to stay late, but actually importantly is that you need to wake up early. So in all means, whatever it is, you have to wake up early. All right. So this is one thing I feel that, as parents, you learn that, you actually make most of the time when you wake up early, you can do your routines, you can do your prayers, you can do your gratitudes, exercise, okay, because you've woken up already. And then that's important, ritual for me right now, and it's very, very important, right? Okay. So maybe I could share other stuff. Okay, let's see what is another item. Okay, I also learned to give up many, many things. Okay, I've learned that you want to take care of your children. Maybe you'll be at home, okay, more often, teach them. That's how I overcome all these years, So weekends to me, I seldom go out for outings or this. But I feel that this is it's like giving up things, but you know that there is an important role that you're playing, okay, and that push you on. right? Being with your children, actually, it brings a lot of joy, you know, and fulfilling as you fill them out with a lot of activities, you know. So during my years when my children is really growing up, right, we'll plan activities, basically like, for example, go to the park, go to the beach. Oh, we love museums. Me and my son love museums. It's not only educational, but it actually gives you a connection point where it's you're able to talk to them on an educational level, teaching them things that they may not know, as well as, you know, in the current curriculum, it's so important that you know a lot of places, right? Because compositions you need, orals you need, and you tell them you have never done a picnic before, I think it's not, he's not able to understand what is a picnic, you know, what do you do, what do you plan, what do you, and then you find that when they go to oral or the compositions, they can't able to produce all this. So to me, it's important, I have to produce activities, okay? So I will look at websites, you know, I will go to websites, blog sites, you know what can we see, like what's the latest activity in the museum, you know, what is the latest park or playground, okay? There was always a playground hopping that we always do. So play is very important to me and my children. So giving time away to my own leisure, okay, I need to plan, I need to maybe give up a few outings with my friends, you know? I just want to be with the family. So to me, is giving up, learning to give up certain things, all right? Okay, so let's see what else I have. Okay, number 7, talk their language. All right, and I really want to talk about this, okay? Talk their language means every child will have their own unique character, okay? And sometimes you feel offended certain times when they say certain things. But actually, when you know that character pretty well, they're just being straightforward, you know? But of course, you can teach them to be more like, you know, and let's have be more EQ, you know, the way you talk, maybe too blunt, and they learn, you know. I feel more important that I learn from my daughter is that she's a very straight, you know, very really direct person, okay? So if you're no good, you know, you suck, you know, or whatever terms they will tell you, you're scam, you know, the terms that they will use. Of course, it's the way, you know, they feel, you know, it's a very straightforwardness, okay? But knowing their character is important, because as the way we talk to them, you know, like say I'm a strategist, right? I can't be knowing their character and then doing something that will anger them. You know, that is totally uncool, right? So importantly is we need to know their character well. You know, what they say doesn't mean what they mean. So my son is a very sweet boy. He will say, "Mom, you look very good in this photo," right? So I know his character, you know. Of course, he loves me to praise him as well. So I know his character, and I will make most of his potential and then praise him. Every single milestone he knows, simple things. Wow, you have done 10 minutes of vocabulary. To me, 10 minutes is a lot, okay, for him. So this is how I know how to get a character. And then for my daughter is another thing, you know. So she is those that, you know, she loves to buy things for us. You know, I appreciate her. Like I told her yesterday, she actually bought dim sum for us. And I said, oh, I love the dim sum. I will tell her again, you know, we're so nice, so thoughtful, and I'm so blessed to have you, because these are things that she like, you know, that we appreciate her, and then we give comments about what she buys. You know, so knowing the character is important for us parents, so that we can bring children that is kind, loving, you know, respectful, all the beautiful values, right? Because we know them deep in and out. And in terms of problems or challenges that we face, it's so important that we know them so we can help them. So importantly, knowing their character is first. Actually, I put it first, right? But it's very important, all my points, all right? So I hope you understand that knowing to talk their language is so important, so you don't anger them, don't have conflicts with them, you know. Of course, you need my help, you can let me know, okay? And number 8, okay, raising kids help me to reinforce values that we have learned when we're young. Okay, let's say maybe when you're 4 years old, your mom taught you about appreciating things around you, right? That will be like so many years ago, right? But now when you're children, what do? You also come back with all the memories of what your mom has taught you. Okay, my mom is a fantastic mom. Okay, she is she doesn't read and write, you know, very well, but she managed to raise me and my brother to be graduates. Okay, and that's so it inspired me so much, and I feel that they will come back to me. Okay, what she told me about things will become better, especially my son. as I have so much problem with him growing up, So these are things that values in us that, let's stay strong, let's stay strong, we're resilient and fantastic, we reinforce the ideas because we want our children to be also that standard. So we come back all our memories, how we teach honesty, how we teach, I remember how we teach honesty is, of course, in the olden days is punishment, right? But certain times we need to teach punishments, to teach the right way using punishments is important, right? So nothing is not everything we need to punish, okay? So, but importantly is we recall and we know how we can cultivate this into our children. So we actually reinforce ourselves as well as how we want our children to be. So it becomes a very powerful thing that we are better, like I say, number one, be better us, be a better version of us. Okay, so very, very, very good ideas. And next one, number 9, love ourselves. Okay, I learned that if we are able to love ourselves, we can give so much more to our children, right? Whether you take a self, you can do like a spa, a facial, manicure. Okay, all these are things that you love yourself, or go for a walk, or for a shopping trip, because then you recharge and then you are able to face them again. So this is what I learned. It's important to love ourselves, and of course strengthen our relationship with our spouse. Okay, this point is important to me. Okay, strengthen our relationship, because I feel that as a spouse, when we go through so many years of raising our kids, right, whether it's unhappiness or conflicts, but I also want to say gratitude to my husband is that we seldom have conflicts in terms of raising our children. So, but we have gone through thick and thin, whether it's sickness, our children, or maybe punishments that we have to go through with our children. We've gone through the thick and thin, and it actually strengthened our bonds as a spouse relationship. And this is something I'm very grateful to our children with. And of course, we want our children to model us, to have a healthy relationship with their next time their spouse, whatever, and or the other half. So it's important we also stay connected, okay? Loving each other, bonding each other, and showing all the love and care. And that's how our children will thrive, okay? How they can be more resilient and how they can model us to be better adults. So that's why I feel the 10th point is actually also very important. That's how we grow to love our husband. Of course, I've seen parents that during the raising our children, they break up, okay? Or they have very difficulty because two of them have different views for raising the kids, and it's really sad, But before it becomes really a problem, please go and see, remember my relationship guru Lucas and Rosanna. Okay, so because I learned from them that please do something before it gets serious. Okay, so you can see my previous lives and the bio data, and I hope you can actually, if you need help, of course, help is hand, right? And next is I also I've shared screen already. Yeah. Okay. So from here, I always like to talk about successful schools, and so successful parents, they will have successful tracks. So I hope you can remember that the things that you learned today, and of course it will help you in the parenting journey. Okay. And learn from mommy that's already done there and been there and done that. Okay, which is me. So reach out for Jasline. Okay, and today I have 5 calls. I give away 5 strategy calls for 5 parents. If you keep a snapshot of this, you go to this call and email to me after you have finished the form. Just go to this link and fill out just about 3 questions or 4 questions. And maybe you want to help your child in his academics, you want your child in a certain, maybe you're having struggles with them every single day, or certain thing about gadgets, which is a common thing among parents these days. And I also have a Chinese New Year promotion for my online course, which is now at 80% discount. So tonight, okay, my secrets of raising amazing kids using my simple 4-step ROL system. So you snapshot of this link, and it's only today I'm giving you 80% discount. So hurry and click, okay? And this is the finale, the thing that is the most anticipated Power Parenting Conference. And to me, I'm one of the 7 speakers that we're speaking on the 6th of March, which is topic on raising motivated kids in a mobile addicted generation. So I have many of my parents with me that on my coaching now, my courses, that they also have a problem with the children. They're always limiting their children in terms of gadget time. Okay, and of course, most of them do not do well in the studies. right? So we are always finding ways, how we can cut the time, how we can make them more productive, and maybe the grades gets better, So we are going to talk about all this, especially the solutions. Okay, I believe tactical parenting strategies, right? You cannot be talking about the problem but not solving them, right? So I have together bring about very powerful 7 speakers. They have very, very good backgrounds in terms of storytelling, health, English, coding, even Dr. Money, which is helping you with the child's financial literacy. And we have our Lucas and Rosanna on relationships. So we have a very powerful team, okay? And only for these 7 people, we are actually promoting our own conference and only with us, okay? Of course, you can share with your friends, but this is worth $4.99, okay? Because we have given a lot of giveaways free during these lucky draws and everything. So I hope you can click this link, okay, which is bit.ly Dream Parenting Conference, CONF. And you also, once you register, you get to have an online course worth $99 free, okay? And of course, if you stay throughout the live, you have lucky draw, okay? That's why it's so great that today you join us, and then you go and join the link and then register, okay? So take this photo, and I really hope to see you in the parenting conference. Next week, I still have a wonderful Wednesday with a very special guest called Miss Coco Lee. She's the CEO and founder of CEO Parenting. And I really hope to see you next Wednesday. All right. I thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much. Yeah. Have a good week. Bye-bye.